to another episode of Cooking with Lauren. And as you can tell, our setup is definitely different today, and that's because I'm going to be filming vlog style for you guys. You guys like when I did vlog style, I think like a month or so ago, so I figured I'd switch it up and do it again for you guys tonight. Tonight we are making bolognese, and I love bolognese. I've only had it really good like 3 times in Miami, and ever since then that I've been back to Miami, I have not been able to find the exact bolognese that I was able to eat a few years prior. So tonight we're making bolognese, and I kind of wanted to just like show you guys a more like detailed behind the scenes look at Cooking with Lauren. And I think I'm gonna do this ever so often, which I mentioned before. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this ever so often because like I said, you guys seem to like it and I enjoy it as well, because it's like less pressure on me. It doesn't have to be all like polished and everything, and like I said, I just like enjoy showing you guys this side of Cooking with Lauren. So if you didn't miss, or if you didn't watch last week, or if you missed last week, we made bread pudding with a Henny vanilla cream sauce. It was A1. It was so good. We actually still have some in the oven. I mean, not in the oven, but on the oven. I still have some, and like every time we want like a little sweet treat, I'll just like whip up the sauce minus the Hennessy, and we'll have a slice of that. But I'm actually gonna cut that up and put it in the freezer as well, because you can keep it in your fridge for a really, in your freezer for a really long time. So I'm starting to gather the stuff that I need for our bolognese. Mind you, I don't know if it's pronounced bolognese or bolognese. I've heard people pronounce it both ways, so I'm probably gonna be saying it interchangeably. So anyway, first things first, I'm gonna grab some garlic. Definitely need garlic. And onion. Wait, is this on my yellow onion? No, onion and carrots, baby carrots. So I'm gonna gather all of this. I'm gonna go down here and grab me a cutting board, and I need a sharp knife. I love chopping with big knives. I don't know why, it's something about it. I love it. So I'm gonna start out by just like chopping up some carrots, onions, and I got the minced garlic already minced. Let me see, I think I need some more olive oil. Need some olive oil, and I need some butter. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna start out by just like finely mincing some onion and carrot. And I really small, because I kind of want it to be as small as the garlic, and I don't necessarily want you know, my guests or Henry or whomever to bite into big pieces of onion or carrot. So I just have a few baby carrots. I don't even usually keep carrots on hand, but I guess I have some today, and I'm just gonna finely mince these as well. So this is how you should cut, like boom, 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 boom. And that's why it probably looks like my knives are sharp, which they are, but it also has to do with how you cut as well. The carrots and the onions are chopped up, and as you can see, it's really finely diced. And now I already had a big pot back here. I love this pot. My good girlfriend Wesley bought this for me. Wait, did she buy this for me? I don't know. I don't think she did. I think actually I bought this one, but it's a big like enamel cooking pot. My friend Wesley actually bought me another pot. That's why I got it mixed up. Y'all see this blue one? She got me one that kind of matches this one, so that's why I was like, wait a minute, did Wesley buy me this? But whatever. I ran out of olive oil. You know, I got another one down here that's already open. I ran out of olive oil, so I am just going to use regular vegetable oil. I'm gonna put some vegetable oil in the pot. Just a little bit, just a few tablespoons. And then I'm gonna also add a few tablespoons of butter as well. So like I said, yeah, it's already been getting hot on medium heat. So I'm gonna just let the butter melt down for a little bit, and then I'll be back. Now I'm gonna get some garlic. This looks like a lot of garlic, but it is. Add the garlic into the pot, and then I'm gonna also add in our carrots and onions. I'm also gonna add in some salt to our veggies. Not only will it give our vegetables flavor, but it's also going to help the vegetables cook down faster. It'll help them like sweat a little bit. I'm gonna use my spatula and just start mixing all of this around. So that way the onions and the carrots start to cook and become translucent and soft, and then I can already start smelling that garlic. So I'm gonna just let this continue to saute for like 10 to 12 minutes or until all of the vegetables are completely cooked down and no longer like crunchy. In the meantime, I'm gonna start dicing up a plum tomato. It's not gonna go into a little bit later. Here it is right here. It's not gonna go into a little bit later, but I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping it up now so that I don't have to worry about it later. So that's like another tip when you're cooking. You know, while you're waiting for other things to cook, just kind of be mindful of your time and have great time management and kind of multitask so that you can get dinner on the table quickly. And I'm gonna dice it pretty big. They don't have to be small chunks. I want the sauce to be a little bit chunky, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna cut them in like 1/2 inch cubes. So here are all of our tomatoes, and I'm not making a big pot because, as you guys know, I'm only cooking for Henry and I, so there's no need for me to make a ton of this sauce. But if you did want to make a lot and freeze it, I like to freeze a lot of my meals because you never know when you're gonna have like a lazy day and you just want to reheat something that you made a few months ago and throw it over some pasta, and that's it. So just gonna check up on our carrots and onions. Looking really good. I can already tell that they're softening up because I can tell the difference on how it feels on my spatula. Our onions and carrots have softened up finally, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the ground beef. I think this is like a 1/2 pound of ground beef, I'm not sure. So I've been chopping up my ground beef while I was away, and this is what it's looking like right now. Almost all of the pink is gone. So I'm gonna go ahead and start seasoning. So I'm gonna season with some garlic powder, some salt, some pepper, and then I'm gonna also put 2 bay leaves inside as well. You can find these like in your regular spice aisle. If you don't have it on hand, you can omit it if you want. I think it just gives a great flavor. So I just put 2 of those in there, and I'm gonna keep like mixing it up and stirring it and everything. Oh my gosh, sorry y'all, the camera is getting so fogged. Let me pan out. Camera is getting so fogged. I gotta keep y'all all the way up here so that it doesn't get fogged up. So I'm just waiting for the rest of the pink to turn brown so that all of the meat is cooked. And you just want to make sure that all of your meat are very fine crumbles. You don't want any big pieces. So I'm gonna just keep going around with my spatula and chopping everything up just to make sure there are no huge pieces. Now I'm going to add in some 1/2 and 1/2, and you were probably wondering all this time, like, what is the difference between bolognese and like regular traditional meat sauce for spaghetti? Like traditional like spaghetti meat sauce will really just be like the ground beef, if you want to put sausage in it, and tomato sauce. Bolognese is so much different than that. As you guys see, we started out with a carrot and onion base. We got the ground beef going on, the bay leaves, and now we're about to add the milk. So the milk kind of adds as a texturizer, or acts as a tenderizer, sorry, for the ground beef, and it makes it like softer, I guess, and a little bit more moist. So I'm just gonna add that 1/2 and 1/2 in here. And we want all of this milk to cook down. So let me just go ahead and turn the flame back up. And then I'm gonna just mix everything up. And like I said, the point is to really have all of the half and half cook completely down to where you can move your spatula out the way and there's no more liquid at the bottom. So I'm gonna let this continue to cook. I'm gonna also go ahead and throw in our tomatoes at this time because I want these to get nice and soft and tender as well. So I'm gonna put these in here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give this another big stir, and then I'm gonna let this cook down. As you guys can see, the milk is starting to evaporate. Oh my gosh, I don't want the camera to be all blurry, but the milk is starting to evaporate and the bottom of the pan is basically clear. But I'm gonna still let a little bit more milk boil away first. All right guys, our milk is completely cooked out. So the last thing I'm gonna do is add a can of tomato sauce. The reason that I like bolognese is because it's not like too tomatoey. That's one of the like my biggest pet peeves, I guess, about spaghetti. Now I love me some lasagna, but spaghetti, it's just, I don't know, if it's too much tomato, I can't get with it. Although I really do love tomato, but I don't know, it's something about like when it has all that tomato sauce in it, it's just not my favorite. I don't know why, but our bolognese sauce is turning out very well, if I do say so myself. It is looking so good, and as you can see, it's much thinner than like a traditional meat sauce. It almost has the consistency of like a thin chili. So yeah, it's looking really, really good. So I'm about to do a little taste test really quick to see how it's tasting, to see if I need to add anything else or not. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it tastes incredible. I'm just gonna add a little bit more garlic powder, some salt, and a thing that I forgot to add was onion powder. I'm gonna add onion powder as well. But it tastes really good. The tomato sauce, I love tomato sauce because it's just so like tomato sauce like this, like regular pureed tomatoes. Because it just tastes so fresh. It definitely doesn't taste like that canned stuff that you get in a jar at the grocery store. It really adds like a bit of freshness to this dish. So what I'm gonna do now, y'all, I'm gonna put this on the back burner. I am gonna let this simmer on really low for like another like 30 to 45 minutes. I'm actually gonna hop in the shower. So that's what I was talking about, like being mindful and being useful with your time and being able to multitask. So I'm gonna sit this on the back burner and put it on really low to let it simmer. I'm gonna take a shower to kind of break up the time, and then I'll check you guys in a bit. All right, y'all, so I am fresh out the shower, if you can't tell, and look at the sauce. Oh my goodness, it has just like cooked down to be just so thick, and I know the flavor is in there. But I want to go ahead and remind you guys, if you're cooking along with me at home, to go ahead and remove your bay leaves, because I almost forgot myself. I was like, wait a minute, where did the bay leaves go? I couldn't find them for a little while. My hands are fresh and clean, so I'm gonna toss these out. Next, what I'm gonna do is get another large pot and start boiling my water for the pasta. Here's where I keep all my pots in case you guys wanted to see. I'm gonna get another pot and just start filling it up with water, because this is what our pasta is going to go in. So I'm not going to bore you with waiting for the water to boil. I'm gonna just throw this on the on a very high flame. I'm gonna season the water with salt, and then I'll be back right before I add the pasta into the hot boiling water. Our water just started boiling, as you can see, and you want to add in your I got the hiccups, sorry guys. You want to add in your pasta to have very hot boiling water. I don't know, something about adding pasta to just like water that's simmering that just does not sit well with me. This will probably take me like 10 to 12 minutes to cook down. And I'm gonna let this cook, and I still have the bolognese sauce in the back simmering. The camera is fogging up again, so I'm gonna see you guys back here in a little bit after our pasta is done, and then we're gonna plate this. And y'all, the bolognese is done and it looks so beautiful. I love it. I topped it with a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and we are about to taste test this. So let's see what it's tasting like. I'm so excited. Like, I don't really usually even make bolognese, but I know how to make it, so I don't know why all right, this is a big forkful. Y'all, this is so delicious. When you taste this, you're gonna instantly understand the difference between bolognese and like a traditional spaghetti meat sauce. The meat is so tender, and the tomato sauce is just, that tomato flavor is just like pure and fresh, and it's just really amazing. That tomato sauce truly makes a difference in the recipe versus using like a can like Prego or Ragu sauce. I highly suggest you to make this. I wish I had some fresh basil, because I would throw some basil right up in here. Let me try it again. And the noodles are cooked to perfection. Don't overcook your noodles. I promise you, you will thank me for it later. Leave the slightest bit of a bite in the middle of your pasta. It'll make a world of difference in your pasta dishes. That wraps up this episode of Cooking with Lauren. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog style episode of Cooking with Lauren, where I showed you guys a little bit of behind the scenes and how I get prepped for Cooking with Lauren. I will see you next week, same time, same place, different recipe. Bye guys.